What's going on, guys? So Mighty back at it again with your weekly Rust skins videos, and as we can see, we've finally got a new MP5 skin in the Rust item store, so that's definitely a surprise. And we have a continuation of the Rainbow Pony set again, and a continuation of the Doodle SAR again, so that is pretty mint to look at. So we'll start off with the clothing. Obviously we'll start off with the satchels. As we can see, we have the Cargo Heli satchel going for $4.35, which is way above Cinnasaur price for satchels. And for that reason, I'm not going to recommend investing in this skin for this week. It is definitely a sick looking satchel skin, but it's also way too expensive. Satchel charges skins really don't perform that well, especially short term or even medium term. They're only long term investments. It's actually pouring down rain at the moment. I have a sunroof in my room, so you can probably hear the rain, so sorry about that. But $4.35 Cargo Heli satchel, I'm not going to recommend investing in it for this week, although it is a mint looking skin. I still don't think it's going to make you stonks at all, and for that reason I'm not going to recommend investing in it for this week. Alright, moving over to the Burnout MP5, this is going for $2.90, which is Cinnasaur price for weapons and tools at the moment, and overall this is a pretty unique looking MP5 skin. It's getting a little bit cooler when I'm looking through it, but I'm not really in love with it, to be honest. I just don't really like the art style. I also don't like the ADS. It looks very boring and bland. It's just a rusty, battle-scarred looking MP5, but overall I do like the design on the side, but I do think it's a little bit simple, and there was probably better MP5 skins that could have been accepted, but obviously this one has been made recently and the other ones probably haven't been, because Hulk doesn't like to accept MP5 skins. $2.90. I do think that this is going to make you money, just because MP5 skins, they never get accepted. So for that reason, this MP5 skin will be a good medium to long term investment. Definitely $2.90. If it gets oversaturated, it's going to be a bummer, but I still do think that it's going to outperform the current $2.90 Rust item store price for the actual skin. So for that reason, I will recommend investing in the Burnout MP5 for this week. Also, message to all skin creators, please add what the item is in the name of it, so that this Burnout MP5 is going to be easier for people to find on the community market later, just because it is going to make it a little bit slower to sell. Right, moving over to the Doodle SAR, this one's going for $2.90, and overall the Doodle SAR is looking pretty fresh. It's looking as what we would all expect. I'm not a massive fan of the ADS. I don't like that the iron sight doesn't have a red dot. I do like the two actual red dots on each side, but I don't like that the main part of the iron sight doesn't actually have a little red spot on it to make it easier to see. But overall, $2.90. It is going to be a little bit more risky to invest in this Doodle SAR, just because it is a little bit more plain in comparison to a lot of the SARs on the market. We'll just quickly check where it's at on the Rust item store. It's currently the 5th on the top sellers, so about midway. So that's a good spot for it to be in, but at the moment there is 6 pages of SAR skins and one whole page is below $2.90. So I do think that for that reason, and also for the reason that it does look a little bit more plain in comparison to a lot of the SAR skins on the market, that will negatively impact the Doodle SAR's prices. But the Doodle SAR does also have that Doodle set prestige, so for that reason, it's going to make it a little bit easier to invest in. At the moment, as I just said, it's midway through the top sellers, and that's a good spot for it to remain. If it goes any higher than that, which to be honest, I really don't think it will make it into the top 3, but if it does, it's not going to be the best thing for investing. So I'll just keep an eye out on the Doodle SAR throughout the week and see where it's at. But if it does stay in that mid to low range, then I would recommend picking it up. But if it gets any higher, then it's definitely going to make it a harder investment to actually be making money from. And so for that reason, I won't recommend investing in the Doodle SAR if you're planning on going for short to medium term investments, because I do think this will be a long term investment if you are to invest in it. Alright, moving over to some of the highlight skins in my opinion for this week. We have the Rainbow Pony Hatchet and the Rainbow Pony Pickaxe, and these are going for $3.60, which is definitely unfortunate, but I don't think it matters. There is going to be demand for these skins, and there's always going to be demand for these skins, because these are meme skins. I've talked about it so many times. Every single time a meme skin comes out, I always mention it. Very unique skins, very memeable. $3.60 is a lot more expensive than what they usually are, and that is definitely not a good thing. Currently, the Hatchet is at number 2 in the top sellers, and the Pickaxe is at number 3. So definitely not a good spot for them to be at when it comes to making easy stonks, but these are definitely going to be good long-term investments. Medium term, they might be alright investments, but short term, just because I do think they're going to get oversaturated, I'm not going to recommend investing in them for short term, but medium to long term investments, these are going to stonk. Usually I recommend getting the pickaxe over the hatchet, and that's just because the pickaxe usually sells less on the Rust item store in comparison to the hatchet, and so the demand will be a little bit higher for the pickaxe come the time it goes to the community market. So next week. Overall, both really unique looking tools, and they're going to be easy stonks. So for that reason, I will recommend investing in the Rainbow Pony items for this week. If you don't want to buy it off the Rust item store, then I definitely recommend placing a buy order on the community market. You'll definitely be able to maximize your potential profits by doing that. So if you are planning on saving a little bit of extra money, then you can do it with buy orders on the community market instead. But I do recommend picking up at least one of the Rainbow Pony items each for this week. Right, moving over to the two-faced stone and this two-faced pickaxe. So both stone tools, as you can see, and they're going for $1.45. That is a good price for these items to be at. Overall, definitely a unique design for both of them. I do like how it's just a completely different color on one side in comparison to the other. I'm not sure how I feel about the sad face being on the player side, but I mean, whatever, like who cares, end of the day, I'm just being picky. But $1.45, I'm going to say these are going to be good investments, safe investments, but I would recommend getting the pickaxe over the hatchet just because the pickaxes usually outperform the stone hatchets. So if you're going to be investing in these for this week, definitely get the pickaxe because I do think they can make you some easy, safe profits. Overall, both really unique looking skins, and I am a fan of these two items. So for that reason, I will recommend investing in these skins for this week. Moving over to the repossessing box. This is obviously based off of the recycler from all of the monuments that have a recycler, and this is actually skits. I do actually really like this repossessing box skin. I'm not sure how other people haven't already thought of this idea, but it is finally here. And it's going for $2.15, so I'm going to have a cheer. Overall, this is a pretty decent looking skin in my opinion, definitely a unique one. I don't think that those little buttons on the side glow, or lights, whatever. I don't think they glow, but I mean, we'll see. You guys will be seeing right now as I'll be recording it in-game, but overall, I'm not 100% sure, and judging by the fact that there's only daytime pictures, I would say that it is unlikely that they do glow. $2.15. I do think that this large wooden box will be a safe investment for this week. Just quickly check where it's at on the Rust item store. It's currently the third last item, but overall, I do still think that that can make you some profits, going for $2.15. It mightn't be a crazy amount of profits as a short-term investment, but a long-term investment, as long as there's nothing else like this, which I don't think there will be, this will end up stonking. So for that reason, I will recommend investing in the repossessing box for this week. Right guys, this is my cart for this week, so it's going to cost me $32.50. I got one of everything except for the rainbow items I got 2 of, and the MP5 I got 2 of them as well. So it's going to cost me $32.50. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and remember, have a skits one. Alrighty guys, so we have the link, boom, random comment thing, scroll down, filter duplicate users is ticked of course, paste, filter, yeah, it's all good, boom, get YouTube comments. Amount of unique commenters 71, we'll go start, picking the random winner right now as we speak. I just saw Lovo's name, he doesn't get to win. And Joe Mama, lol. My favorite skin is the Sorkon Sar. Just looks really cool. IMO. It was Lovo. Oh my god. Congrats Lovo on winning that one. And hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And remember, have a skits one.
Why? 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 Why?